Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm the OPJellicent and we're back here on Pokemon Showdown today. Going to be building an OU team around Necrozma. If you don't watch my Draft League stuff, or you missed the ICBA back on Monday, I actually picked up a nice little rock polish Necrozma sweep, which is really cool, so I figured it would be a really nice idea to just go ahead and take it to the ladder and see if we can make something happen with it right here. So this is the set that I came up with. We have Psychium Z with Photon Geyser, which is just really strong, nice Shattered Psyche right there. Earth Power is nice to hit Tran, and then Heat Wave for Ferrothorn and Mega Scissor, those kinds of things. Also hit Celesteela for like a good 50%. So really like the idea of the set right here. Max Speed Timid allows us to outspeed quite a few Choice Scarfers, Scarf Lando, stuff like that. Can't U-turn out on us, which is definitely very great. Now obviously the things that are stopping it are stuff like bulky Psychic types, defensive Mew, Megalates, specifically Megalatias, as well as obviously Chansey with every other special attacker. So those are definitely things that we do want to counter, and when I was looking at Pokemon that could actually deal with all of that, Bisharp actually came to mind. So we're actually going to go ahead and add a nice Swords Dance Bisharp right here with black glasses. I would go Darkinium Z, but we already have Psychium Z on Necrozma right here, so we're going to run the black glasses set with Sucker Punch, Knockoff, and Iron Head, just because Knockoff is great for Chansey's of Violite, and this Pokemon doesn't also have to worry about stuff like T-Spike, so it can be great against stuff like Toxapex plus Tangrowth. So we're going to go ahead and run Sucker Punch, Knockoff, and Iron Head right here with a nice, I guess we'll just go black glasses right here. And then I think we'll go Adamant. We don't really need the speed tier for anything. I mean, it would be nice to outspeed unboosted Magearna. Actually, Magearna's kind of a problem to this core. Does resist Sucker Punch. We're going to go Jolly for now, and if I find that the power output is not what I want, we'll make it Adamant. But I really think Jolly is a good option right here, and we'll go ahead and put that 4 into the defense stats. Now we have two really nice setup sweepers alongside each other, which I really like the look of, but we would love some hazard support. A regen core would be really cool, because that would provide us T-Spikes as well as switch-ins to quite a few Pokemon which threaten this core. Ash Greninja is really scary, SDZ Garchomp as well. A lot of Pokemon that just really threaten this core right now, Kyurem Black, so that regen core could just solve a lot of those problems. Kyurem Black would obviously still be a big threat. Obviously, we do have a Defiant on this thing too, so obviously if we can hazard stack, people might not want to defog just because of that, so hazard stacking might also be a really cool option. Let's go ahead and look for a nice rocker right here. I don't want to go to Landorus for my rocker. We might run a different Landorus set later, maybe SDZ move. I've been really liking that set. What can we run for Stealth Rocks? Do we need Tyranitar for anything? It doesn't really switch into anything very well. Going dual Dark types is not really very smart, so I don't think we'll go ahead and do that. What do I think is a really smart hazard stacker? Ashgren can run Spikes, but I don't really want to run Ashgren. We could go Protean Gren with Spikes. That would be a cool idea, but once again, the Dark Spam core, I don't really see a Dark Spam core working alongside Necrozma right here. I think the singular Dark type is just fine, so I think what we'll do is go ahead and run Rocks Mega Diancite, I think. We do have two nice setup sweepers. The Wall Breaker with Rocks could definitely add to the nice offensive portion of the team right here. So yeah, we'll go ahead and run 3 attacks for Rocks Mega Diancite instead of running the standard 4 attack set that I usually do run, just because the Rock support is really going to help us out. So we'll go with Max Speed Timid right here, just because I usually run Power Gem, not Diamond Storm, so the question is Earth Power or Hidden Power Fire? We already have Heat Wave on Necrozma, and I feel like knockoff support can help out against stuff like Ferrothorn, although Scissor could be a problem, but we're going to go ahead and run... We're going to run Hidden Power Fire, actually, just because I feel like Trend is not even that big of an issue right so far. We have Earth Power on this too, so... And then we're obviously going to go with Stealth Rock, so I like the look of that. Nice Wall Breaker right here along 2 setup sweepers now. That regen cord is looking really tempting with Torn plus maybe Toxapex Tangrowth, just because it could stack T-Specs alongside all of this, and that looks really nice so far. We could also just go with a Volt Turn core. I mean, Jirachi could be cool, but we already have a Steel type on the team. I don't know how much I feel about that. Magnezone could be cool just because, well, all the Pokemon that we have so far don't really struggle against bulky Steels. Knockoff pressures there, we have Heat Wave, and then obviously Power Gem can threaten stuff like Celesteela and Skarmory, so we won't do that. What do I feel is a really nice option right here? We don't have switch-ins to like a lot of Pokemon right now. Like Ashgren tears through us. Could go Defog Finny, I guess. But I feel like if I'm going to have Ashgren switch-ins with a Defogger, I would just add that regen core. I think we're going to do the regen core. It's too good to pass up right here. We're going to go with a nice Defog Torn with Flynium. The problem is we already have Psychium on this, so never mind. I don't really like the idea anymore. Just because the Flynium Torn is really the only viable set. I mean, Assault Vest is a thing, but we can't run Defog on that, so I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe the Dark Spam core is just the way to go right here with Asgren plus Bisharp. Got that nice spike stack. We can add a Volt Turn core to bring in these two Pokemon. And then these are our two late game cleaners. It would be a really offensive team at that point, but I feel like that might be our best bet, actually. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be it. I mean, alternatively we go Protean Gren. But let's look at our options first before we get too ahead of ourselves, just because I don't want to jump on Gren if there's a better option. Let's look down a few tiers. Maybe there's some niche Pokemon that we can add from down here. Any good Stealth Rockers? I mean, Terrakion's a thing. We could run Offensive Rocks Terrakion. How would that fit on? It would just continue adding to our Ash Gren weakness, so I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, I don't know whether I want to do that or not. We'll go with the Ash Gren right here with the 3-attack Spike set. I think that's definitely the best option. So we'll go with Spikes. And then we'll go with probably... Surf is usually what I run. I don't run Hydro Pump, and then we'll go Dark Pulse Shuriken. So Tapu Lele is a little bit of an issue just because it can get up terrain, and obviously that's looking pretty scary so far. So we'll go right here with Max Special Attack, Max Speed Timid, I think. And that looks pretty good right here, 153, 132. So that outspeed quite a bit. We'll put 4 in defense, and then Choice Specs is definitely the way to go. I don't usually want Water Z, but even if I wanted to, we have Z move on Necrozma right here, so we'll do that now. Actually, a cool idea would be adding like Scarf Rocks Lando and then getting rid of this. The rocks on this Pokemon right here. I mean, Scarf Rocks would be kind of a niche set. I don't know how well that is, how viable that is, but we could run like a Rocks 3 attacks too. I could see that working out. But then we would really be foregoing a lot of speed advantage. We could do that though, like SD Rocks 3 attacks. I mean, that would be a really offensive set. Usually I would go SD Flynium, but the Z move is already used up, so yeah, I think we'll go Scarf Lando instead. I really like the Scarf set. I don't know what the exact EVs are on Scarf. I'll actually fix it because I haven't had that memorized yet, but I think it's something like 188, and then we'll just go max speed next attack right now, and then I'll change that in a bit. But obviously the standard moveset right here is U-turn, Hidden Power Ice. We're going to go with the minus special attack nature anyway, I think. I mean, we could put minus Spidef on here. That might be a better option. And then put this 4 into special attack, yeah. And then Earthquake, and what do I want my last move to be? Scarf Defog? Am I really worried about hazards? I mean, we have Magic Bounce already. These two Pokemon don't care about T-Spikes. We're not particularly weak to Stealth Rocks. I don't know how much I feel about the Scarf Defog option. What other cool options are on here? Knockoff is cool. We could go Rock Coverage. Sludge Wave for Tapu Bulu would be cool too. We kind of struggle against Tapu Bulu with these two Pokemon right here. Defog might just be the way to go though. Because now that I actually look at it, T-Specs are kind of annoying for Grand plus Necrozma. So many options. I don't know what to do. I think we're actually going to go ahead and go right here with the... We're going to run Defog for now. And if I want to change to the Dark Coverage with Knockoff, or if Mega Pinsir gets out of hand, which I think Mega Diancie can handle Mega Pinsir just fine, we can change it to Stone Edge. But now to complete the Volt Turn core, I already had this in mind. We'll run Ice Assault Dust Magearna, just because I don't want to get 6-0'd by Scarf Tapu Lele and opposing Magearna or anything like that. So we're going to do this, Max HP, Max Spidef. That completes our Volt Turn core into Gren. And then we got our nice sweepers right here. So I like the look of this. We'll go with, I believe it's just minus... I know they run Iron Head. Is it just minus speed on this set? I'm pretty sure that's it. And then 4 in defense, I guess. So the standard set is Iron Head, Volt Switch, Hidden Power, Fire. And Flare Cannon, obviously. So I think we have everything in check now. And then Assault Vest right here. So yeah, let me just make sure that we're not missing any EVs. Let me just make sure that all of them say remaining 0. We have 4 moves on everything. Correct abilities. I'm pretty sure everything only has 1 ability. Defiant, yeah. So that's going to be the team. I'm excited to see whether Necrozma can pick up some sweeps right here or not, but I'll be right back with our first game. Alright, we got a game right here. This guy is very weak to the Necrozma, as long as we can weaken the Greninja into range of Earth Power, as well as the Celesteela into range of the Heat Waves. So I'm actually going to go ahead and lead off here with my... I think he might lead Gran just because it leads well against Mega Diancie and Lando, which are probably my both very possible leads. I'll lead Lando anyway, just because I don't think he's Scarf Gran. He actually leads off with the Celesteela right here, which is smart for sure. I have to U-turn out. There's not really much I can do right here. So I'll U-turn out, and I think I'll just bring in Bisharp. I want to try to knock off pressure. I don't think he Flamethrowers turn 1. Yeah, I think he would either Leech Seed or Heavy Slam. So We get in Bisharp safely right here. Now I can just go ahead and knock off whatever he has. And I'm pretty sure that's already Heat Wave range, so that's good for us. Now I can go ahead and switch out here into whatever I please. I don't really want to switch out, though, to be honest. I'm going to knock off. I don't think he has Protect, based on how he's played this. He's probably Heavy Slam, Leech Seed, Flamethrower. Actually, he might have Protect, but if he doesn't, then we're either going to get this thing into 100% Necrozma range, or at least Heat Wave. So we're going to be able to... He's going to do that again, okay. I guess that makes sense. I can go out into whatever I want now. Honestly, does Heat Wave from Necrozma knock this out? It should. We're going to do this, and I'm going to Heat Wave this right now. Even though it kind of reveals a little bit of my set, that's a smart option. He switches right out into Toxapex, which is very strange in my opinion. What's this going to do to me? I'm going to Saturn Psyche right here. This should knock it out. Yeah, it just gets rid of it. I don't think the crit mattered. I'm going to calc that, but it's Necrozma. Nice base 127. OU the packs against Necrozma. Stealth Rocks. Let's just give ourselves max special attack. Photon Geyser. Yeah, that always killed. That was odd and sense though. What if we get rid of that? Yeah, it still always killed. Okay. So he brings out Greninja right here. I have to switch out doubles to Drill. I can just go Lando. Not a big issue. I just want to prevent the Celesteela from recovering with a Leech Seed. It's really my big problem right now. I might actually change this to Knockoff. I don't see Defog being very useful. Just because Knockoff pressure as Celesteela comes in can be really great now that I look at the matchups. He's going to Iron Head me, which makes sense, I guess. I'll go ahead and U-turn out and bring in my Greninja here. He doesn't have good switch-ins to Greninja anymore. I think this is Scarf based on how he's playing it, so I'll Surf right here. He brings out his own Greninja. That does a clean amount. He's Protean. Okay, I can tell based on the female gender. So now he's going to go ahead and go right here for the Grass Knot. I don't know what he was predicting, maybe Diancie, but does he have Dig or something? I could see Dig. I'll Volt out. As he goes to Drill, I'll just go Lando. I don't need Lando healthy. I mean, it could be useful against Zeraora, but at this point, after a Rock Polish, Necrozma pretty much wins. I mean, damage on Lando would be cool too, but he's going to be really pressured after I get my boost. And at this point, Greninja's pretty much just going to win too. The only problem is, obviously, Zeraora. Is there actually a Pokemon that I feel as though it's more sack-worthy right here? Not really. I think I have to go Lando. He's going to Iron Head again. I'll go Greninja now. He's going to go to Lando. The Scarf. I mean, I'm pretty sure we take a U-turn, even if it's Scarf, so I'm not too stressed out about that. And at this point, we're getting our Battle Bond. Yeah, that crit definitely did not matter. He's going to go Zeraora here, yeah. No point in keeping Lando. Actually, Lando could be useful to prevent a Scarf EQ sweep, now that I look at that. Honestly, Magearna has the sack, isn't it? Yeah, you can have Magearna right here. That's going to 2-hit KO me, which is a little bit unfortunate for sure. I'll actually just Volt out in case he wants to try to get Leech Seed recovered with Celesteela right here. I don't want that happening. So we're going to Volt out, and then I'm going to Rock Polish up and try to win, because this damage is really useful for me. Alternatively, I'll just go Diancie and guarantee, but I think Necrozma sweeps now, because there's no way this outspeeds me. Yeah, we're going to do this. I think this is the time to make this happen. So we Rock Polish up, and then ideally, Life Orb puts him in range of Photon Geyser, and then we just click attacks against the rest of his Pokemon. So that does a really good amount of damage, but Photon Geyser should knock this out from 71, you would think. Actually, Earth Power is my play, right? Yeah, so we're able to knock that out right there. I don't think he has a Pokemon that can survive this attack now. Maybe Drill, but that's a big statement too. Because I do have Heat Wave. He is going to go Excadrill. How much stronger is this than Heat Wave? 90 to 95. Will the power make a difference? Excadrill. Choice Scarf against Necrozma. Heat Wave does that much, so definitely has a better chance of knocking him out, because he is at 82. We do connect, and it is able to knock him out. So it looks like Necrozma is going to pick up a sweep right here, which is what I was actually hoping for. And this battle might actually put me on top 500, so I Earth Power right here. If this was Scarf and you didn't go out into it first, that would be kind of dumb, but we're able to knock that out, and then this is definitely going to drop the Heat Wave. And if not, then we have enough pressure in the back to deal with it anyway. So we're able to pick up a nice Necrozma sweep right there. Let's go ahead and check our rating, whether that puts us in the top 500 or not. 17-17, I think that's just a little bit short. Let's check this right now. Not OPJellicent. Where's top 500? Top 500 is 17-25, so we need one more win, so hopefully we can win the next turn right here, but I'll be right back with another game. Alright, clean first game right there. This guy is very weak to Bisharp. Necrozma definitely does have potential here too. I do need to try to knock off the Tangrowth's Assault Vest too, and weaken Celesteela, but he also have the Mega Latios, it looks like, so Lots of problems going on here with Necrozma, but it can maybe happen. I'll lead off with Scarf Lando, just because I figured he would lead Lando to try to catch Bisharp. Despite the fact that he would give me Defiant, he would definitely live the attack, so I can just U-turn out, I think. Or just HP Ice. Yeah, HP Ice to weaken is probably a really good option, because now he's definitely in range of my thing. I'll just HP Ice again. He goes Tran, probably to get up rocks. Kind of a bad situation here, actually. I'll go Gran, because I know he's going to get up rocks. I'll just try to get up Spikes now. I don't think he's staying ever. That would be really dumb when you have a Tox Specs and a Tangrowth. So he's going to go out into the Pex here. I'm going to go into my Diancie. I'm expecting T-Spikes, not Scald. Doubles to Lando, actually. Was this Scarf? It might be Scarf. I'm going to go Landers here. It does look like it's Scarf. So we just won the Speed Tie turn one, I think. I'll go for U-turn here. He's going to pivot to Celesteela. I'll go Bisharp right here and try to get this thing weakened. Hit him with that knockoff. He doesn't really have anything that wants to take a knockoff, like, especially. Goes for Flamethrower. Doesn't burn me. Good. I can go ahead and knock off here again. That is now in range of my Heat Wave, which is really nice for me, so. Now I'm assuming he might Protect. I can probably Sucker Punch or SD. It looks like, no, we won't take another turn. He does have Protect, so he's going to be able to knock me out. I probably should have kept that alive, to be honest. It looks like it switched in one more time, but we can get a Necrozma now. Start going to work with this, so I'm going to go ahead and hit him with that Heat Wave. Knock that out. I don't think the crit mattered against standard Celesteela. OU defensive. 43 to 51. That's against 156 Spidef, which is the set that he should be running, so it looks like we all ice killed. He brings out his Tangrowth now, so I'm going to go ahead and hit him with a Heat Wave and then follow it up with my Z move. Or just 2 Heat Waves, okay. Yeah, Knockoff's going to be doing very little damage with Prism Armor. So what's stronger? This goes to 180. This is stronger. Okay, this goes to 190. Brings out the Tox Specs. I'll just hit him with the Shattered Psyche. Pivots to Tran. Earth Power that. So we're in a good spot now. He doesn't really have a lot of Pokemon that want to take this Pokemon on. He's going to U-turn to the Lottie here. So I'll go into my Landers. So we actually lived on 1. So we get to U-turn no matter what he brings out. And yeah, I will U-turn on this because I know he's going back to something. Yeah. And right here I can just bring out my Gren and sack off my Lando depending on what he does. Would he really stay in? No. He's going to go Tangrowth. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So this gives me in another position right here. I need Gren as my win con, but we're in a decent spot. I can go Necrozma. Surprised he hasn't brought out Lottie against Necrozma yet. I'm going to Photon Geyser right here because I feel like he might pivot to... Nope, just goes Lottie finally. Yeah, that doesn't do as much as I want. I'm going to go Magearna here and then Volt out to get the slow momentum. I don't really care about that, to be honest. I'm going to Volt here. So I'm probably just going to make sure that the Lando can't come in an Iron Head. Goes Tangrowth, okay. I'll just probably weaken this, right? Or I can Volt to Necrozma again. Goes Lando there. That's bad. Since my Lando's dead now, yeah. Okay, I have to give him this Mon, and then go Gran and Shuriken right here. Honestly, I'm just going to Dark Pulse. I don't think he's staying. I have to go off flinches, I think. As terrible as that is, I'm going to Shuriken, actually. And then I'm going to switch out here. I think we still have a chance, despite the fact that we're in the back right now. Necrozma did do a lot of work, but it looks like it might not be enough, unfortunately. Switches to Lottie. I'm going to have to go Diancie here now. Now I'll Mega Evolve. Hit something with the Moonblast, I guess. It's worth it. But it looks like... did we lose a Speed Tie? Yeah, we lost a Speed Tie. Okay. Now it looks like this does to rock, so no point in switching out. I gotta bring in Gren, double to Necrozma as he brings in something. Toxapex, Photon Geyser right here. Toxics me, I just Photon Geyser again. And then it looks like we're gonna probably lose, unfortunately. Because he just brings in Lando after I get a knockout here. Yeah, so had we actually got that Iron Head prediction right when he brought in Lando, I think we would have won, but unfortunately I didn't make that play. I'll just Photon Geyser. I know he's going to U-turn, preserve that nice 2-0, and I just have to... I'll just forfeit. There's no way I'm out. I have no way out of this, so unfortunate game right there. Necrozma did get, I think, 2 or 3 kills. It killed the Celesteela, the Heatran, and I think the Toxapex. So that was pretty cool, but unfortunately I couldn't make that play and predicted Lando coming in right there. So he's able to win, but I'll be right back with another game. Alright, got another game right here. This would be the easiest Necrozma win ever if it wasn't for the Unicolous. It's probably just Calm Mind, Recover, Psychic type attack, Focus Blast if I had to guess. I'll go ahead and lead off here with the Gren. He's gonna lead off with Pharaoh. Kind of bad. Gotta keep Magearna healthy for Gren, so I can't go out into that. We do have HP Fire on Diancie, but there's no way I'm risking him just clicking the thing turn 1, so I'm gonna go Lando on a Spike. Cool. Now I'll U-turn. I feel like you don't let this get weakened, but even if you do, like, Necrozma comes out now on the next Spike. I'm gonna hit him with a Heat Wave now. And hopefully he stays in, and I just knock him out. Pivots to Garchomp. I can probably take a Dragonium Z, but there's no point. I'll just go Lando. Gets up rocks. Yeah, you know what? That's too many hazards. Get these out of here. Probably should have just led Diancie, to be honest, but he probably had the attack anyway. So rocks are definitely going back up again, so I'm going to make the Diancie play. You get that right. Now we'll Moonblast. Ferrothorn's already in range of Hidden Power Fire after this, so you might expect it. Pivot to like Gren or something. Pivots to Lando. I have a Toxic Lando on the back, and I'm definitely going out into that right now. So now I'll probably U-turn and back into this. We get to click Moonblast again right here, and he doesn't have good Moonblast switch-ins. Ferrothorn. HP Fire again, as usual. Goes Gren this time. I just go Magearna on this. It's actually Protean, yeah, okay. So now I'll go for the... I'll hit him with a Flare Cannon. I feel like he might, yeah, go Lando. Expecting a Volt. And we do hit and get rid of Lando right there, so that's great. And now I can just sack off my thing right here. And honestly, Diancie's about to go to work. We still have Magearna at a decent amount of health too. It's looking like a good spot. He's going for a game with Reuniclus, but I still have both my Dark type attackers alive, so that's looking pretty nice. I'll go for Hidden Power right here. He's gonna click the Water type attack every time. I just go Magearna. And this time I get free Volt Switch, which is cool. Goes Garchomp. Alright, so now he got me. He got me. I can't sack this. It's my Magearna answer. You know what? As much as I want to preserve Necrozma, it's not winning. It's not going to be able to win this game. Shattered Psyche. We're actually faster because he's running some really slow defensive Garchomp. I don't even know if this knocks me out. Oh crap, this thing wins. No. Okay. Photon Geyser right here. Return. Dang. He got it. I completely overlooked this. I should have just kept Necrozma at full health. Alright, Magearna, you want to take this hit? Flare Cannon right here. I need to hope to live that. We don't live that, okay. Yeah, that is unfortunately going to be a wrap. I don't know if he's going to expect Protect or not, but he has no reason not to switch out. But if he stays in, head jump kicks. I personally think that's a mistake. But it looks like he's going to win this game with low Pony X. Should have kept Necrozma at full health. I was so fixated on like Magearna being at full health for Greninja and Diancie coming into HP Fire. That completely crossed my mind, but I guess actually wait a minute. If he gives my Bisharp the opportunity to SD a ton of times, maybe we can make something happen. Because after a lot of SDs, we probably knock out Lopunny. Goes back to Lopunny, okay. Just a fake out. We might actually be able to make this happen with Bisharp now that I look at it. Because as long as I get this thing in range of Sucker Punch right here, we should be fine. That does look like Sucker Punch range, and I will click that. Do we win? Probably not, but we were able to knock that out, which is cool. Goes Reuniclus. Do I just go off the Focus Miss? Gigavolt Havoc. Okay, please don't. Actually, we lose because it's Iron Barbs. Yeah, crap. He's going to sack off the Ferrothorn, and that is going to be the game. So had I knocked off on the Gigavolt Havoc, we would have still lost, because the Gigavolt Havoc would have obviously put me in range of Ferrothorn. What electric type attack does Reuniclus get? Electric? Hit it. What was Shockwave? Z-Thunder. Z-Thunder. Makes sense. Okay. So that's going to be that game right there. We're losing more points, but definitely some pretty close battles. We managed to bring that one pretty close after the whole bad thing with the Necrozma mapping the Lopunny, but it's alright. I'll be right back with another game. Alright, we are now 1-2, and we have run into the one Pokemon that I was in particular hoping to just not find, because especially under Psychic Terrain with Psychic Seed, because we can't even Shuriken Hawlucha, and Hawlucha is about to mess us up, but maybe we can get a nice surprise kill with Necrozma. Okay, that's not ideal. I gotta go Magearna right here and pivot out. He goes for Dark Pulse. I'll just I think he goes... I'm going to Flare Cannon on the off chance he does something like that. I guess he really expected the Volt. I know he's going to U-turn, but I'll go Lando anyway. Nope, just gets up rocks. I'll HBS that. I'm willing to let the hazard stay up, to be honest. He just went right to Tapu Lele. Magearna's fine right here because it prevents Hawlucha from setting up too. I'll just Volt out. He's going to go Tangrowth, yeah. I'll just go Bisharp right here. That's honestly a fine decision. I can just get a nice knockoff on this thing, get rid of that Assault Vest. Can definitely maybe open up the door for the Necrozma sweep. Necrozma sweep is looking very possible. Let me knock off again. Weaken that even more. He goes for Giga Drain that time. Can I Iron Head or knock him out? Nope. I actually did less. Why did that do less? Oh, Black Glasses, right, okay. Tough spot. Could be tougher. We still have Magearna at decent health, which is what I need. Is this where I do Necrozma? Maybe, because... I mean, I need some damage on Magearna. I really need some damage on Magearna, but we could definitely put on some work. Tapu Lele needs some damage on it, too. Alright, let's go out into this. Hit him with an HB Fire, knock that out. And then I'm going to try to get up rocks right here. Tapu Lele comes in. Hopefully we're faster and we get up the rocks. Cool. Goes right for Moonblast and knocks me out. That's an alright spot. Magearna can come out right here. I just need damage, and now that we have our rocks up, we might be able to actually make this happen. I'll just Iron Head. Pivots to Lando, so now I take Helmet. We know it's not Scarf Lele though, so that's like a good thing. He's gonna U-turn and try to get in Hawlucha here. Or HP Ice. Okay, that works too, I guess. Now, out comes Hawlucha. Just don't let the setup as the key. Necrozma should take one and Photon Geyser and knock it out right here. Yeah, that's not happening. And then I'm pretty sure we sweep with Scarf Earthquake from Lando now. So it looks like we're going to be able to win this, assuming Lele goes down, which it should. I don't even think it knocks me out. I mean, it is Specs, so it probably does, but like... I'll just Shattered Psyche. It just blows me back. Okay, yeah, but I think we're fine. Unless it is Suga on the Magearna, which would be... something else. Alright, I'll just Surf. Now I'll go Scarf Lando or Earthquake right here. And then Earthquake Magearna, hopefully, and that should be it. Unless he is Shuka Berry. Which apparently he is not, so very good game right there. That was a really fun one, nice fast-paced one. We're able to win one row at the end, and I'll be right back with another game. Alright, got another game right here. Psychic Terrain support can actually help Necrozma pick up this win right here. I think he'll lead Medicham or Landorus, so I'm going to lead off here with my Scarf Lando. As he's actually going to lead off here with his Magearna, so that's a good situation, I guess. I can just Earthquake and go off this choke right here. I'm assuming he'll switch out, actually, and even if he stays in, I'll just U-turn, so... Because if he stays in, I'll just U-turn to Magearna, and we're in a spine spot anyway. So U-turn's a nice mid-ground right here. We get to scout what this Landorus set is, because I'm assuming that's what's coming in to take the Earthquake. Or we can go Tangrowth, which U-turn damage would be really nice on for Necrozma too. And then we can bring in probably Bisharp and knock off that thing, so... That's looking pretty fine. It's taking a while to decide this, because I got the lead matchup right. I usually don't, but... I mean, Tapu Lele, he's just going to stay in. Very surprised. He rarely lived one, to be honest. But as I said, I'll just go Magearna on that Ice Beam, yeah. And I can just Flare Cannon and hope for a choke right here. I do need damage on this. Okay, come on. Go Landorus and not Tangrowth. That would be really great. He goes Pex. Okay, I'll just hard switch out, I think. No, I'll Volt. If he goes Lando, I just go Lando too. So, I'm able to Volt out, and I think I just bring in... Not Necrozma, I don't want that getting weakened. I can go Bisharp, Scald Burn is unnecessary. I'll just go Diancie on that T-Spike, and that T-Spike's annoying. I'm going to have to defog that before I can pick up this win, but I'll get up rocks right here, as he's going to hit me up with a nice Scald. Even though I'm going to defog later, I'm kind of hoping that he does it for me. I'll just start firing off Power Gems right here. It should do a decent amount. Toxapex is so bulky. Okay. Bisharp. Actually, Bisharp with SD just wins this game, now that I look at that. I mean, Tapu Lele with Psychic Terrain's the annoying thing. Goes right for the Recover. I'm going to defog these now, and try to make something happen. So he goes Tangrowth right here. I'm assuming a knockoff is coming out. Honestly, Diancie pressure is still nice, so I'll go Bisharp right here on either a knockoff, HP Ice, Giga Drain, just not Earthquake, yeah. He knocks off my black glasses. I'll just click a knockoff here too. Get rid of that Assault Vest, and that's step 1 to Necrozma winning. Now I can just Iron Head right here too. It was leftovers, so is it defensive Tangrowth? How much should I be doing with Bisharp without black glasses? Is Fizdef taking this? Dreadplate, black glasses, same thing. Yeah, it looks like it's actually... You actually get a nice flinch right there. It looks like it's actually the other set. So now I'll knock. As he goes right for that. That's perfectly fine with me. We know it's Assault Vest Necrozma, Gearna too, so it's honestly not... I mean, the thing is, it'll take Earth Power for days. Alright, let's go out into this and hit him with a nice Heat Wave. And knock that out, so that's good. Step 1 is complete. Let's see what he wants to respond with now. Specs Lele would make a lot of sense. Mega Medicham would not make a lot of sense. You could go Magearna too. Magearna probably takes these hits. But Necrozma's definitely the win con right here, so he does go Magearna. As much as I want to stay in and weaken it for Necrozma, there's no point. Honestly, there might be a point though, because Scarfy Q is very threatening to him after we get rid of Lando. How can I lure out Lando? With my own Lando, but I'll Heat Wave. Weaken that a bit as he goes right for the Ice Beam. That does very good damage to me, unfortunately. I'll just Earth Power again right here on the off chance he goes Toxapex to try to pivot. Because as much as I want to go out into my own Magearna, I don't want to get swept by Tapu Lele. And damage on this is good for my Greninja too, so those are all things that I'm considering. As much as I wanted to win with the Pokemon that just fainted, this is definitely the better, smarter way to go about this, as the way I see it. So now I can pretty much bring out whatever I want. Diancie pressure is still good. I'm going to go Landorus and click. It's a really big 50-50. Okay, got that right. I couldn't risk him Ice Beaming and knocking me out right there. Medicham comes out. Do I just leave this in? And then what am I winning with though after I leave this in? Nothing is the correct answer. So I'll just go Gran on the Fake Out, yeah. Now I'll click. I'm gonna double, I think. And force another 50-50. He just stays in high jump kicks. Honestly, that's not bad. Because I get to U-turn now. I don't need Landorus healthy. And U-turn should put this in range of my Earthquake no matter what. So I wouldn't be surprised if he switched it out. But no, he's gonna stay in, okay. Why am I keeping Mega Diancite alive again? He's probably trying to win with Scarf Lando too, so he's going for Ice Punch right here. So I'll go into my Gran. Now we're in another good spot. Now I think I just stay in because he just let me get Battle Bond pretty much. Well, not really. I think I double again. Predicting Toxapex, yeah. And this time I'll just go ahead and Earthquake, I think. His Lando will have to come out eventually, and we Earthquake last time. I think I'm just going to Earthquake again. As long as he doesn't Scald Burn me. So he makes the Lando play this time. That was a turn to HP Ice, and that might cost me the game. But it's still not done yet, for sure. There's still lots of things we can do. Sack Diancie is the first step right here. No point in staying in. Then I go out into my Greninja, double to Lando again. And I need to get the 50-50 right this time. Alright, does he go back to Lando? Or does he just pivot to another Pokemon? I could see that too. I'm HP Icing. Sweet. Alright, so now I know he's switching out actually, so I get to switch out into Gran right here. Or Magearna. I'm gonna go Gran on the Tapu Lele, so I should have gone Magearna. Go Magearna now. We're playing this so we can come back. Actually, if I just Surf right here, then he's gonna knock me out. That's not what I want. Okay, so we get that right. Now I can just Volt out on the Toxapex. I gotta get this 50-50 right again. Do I HP Ice? He can't risk Lando. He's gonna stay in this time. I would have swept with Earthquake. All right. So he's gonna Earthquake here and kill something. Supersonic Sky Strike. I'm switching back. This thing can still deal with the Tapu Lele to some extent. Goes right for Earthquake there. I'll HP Ice this time. Is he not recognizing the potential for Scarf Earthquake sweep? Is that what's happening? I'm gonna win with Scarf Earthquake. Brings out Medicham. Maybe not. It depends on what happens at this end game. It's gonna depend on a few things, actually. I think it comes down to whether it is Choice Scarf Tapu Lele, which I think it is, based on Moonblast damage. How much would Specs Lele be doing to Assault Vest Magearna? Lele, Choice Scarf. No, it looks like it's actually Choice Specs Lele. No, that's Choice Scarf. Okay, what am I saying? So does Scarf. Do I stay in and go for a sweep with another Pokemon? No, definitely not. I'll go Gren. He goes for Ice Punch. That's actually perfect. I gotta double out again, though. Stays into Bullet Punch. Okay, that's honestly fine, because now I get to Earthquake and not HP Ice. And knock something out. Bullet Punch is interesting tech. But I definitely get to Earthquake something out of here. The problem is I'm not going to outspeed the Tapu Lele with Scarf Landers, so it might just be a wrap. Unless Magearna can 1v1 it. I can't switch in Magearna, basically. Now if he switches in Tapu Lele here, then we might be in a fine spot. This is a good game. I'm glad we found this guy. Very 50-50 based endgame right here. Had we gotten the 50-50s right earlier and kept Landers out of range of Choice Scarf Tapu Lele, that we might have been able to win with it, but now that we're in range, I think he might have this game right here. So he's going to sack off Pex for sure. Unless he really wants to switch out again for a regen, but like, yeah, we're going to be able to knock that out. Now he goes Tapu Lele. Or he goes back to Medi? No, Medi would make no sense. Unless he thinks Fake Out plus Bullet Punch kills. Which I don't think it does. We have a bit of defense on here. He's going to go back to Medi. Does he not know I'm Scarf? Fake Out and Bullet Punch have the same base power. What's the roll on this? Medicham? Well, actually, wait a minute. If I just sack this, then Earthquake again, don't I win? How healthy is this? 23? Because now we have the Intimidate on him, so I can Earthquake right here. Unless he's going to switch to Tapu Lele right here and live it. Is that his plan? Yeah, I think that's what he should do. Switch out. Nope, he's going to sack that. So maybe if Magearna can take these 2 hits, we might be able to win. I don't know. Come on, be modest for some reason. Just be modest, please. He has Psyshock. Yeah, that's going to be the game right there, unfortunately. We did as best as we could to bring it back, but Psyshock is going to be able to knock out Assault Vest Magearna. I really thought he might be Psychic. What was the roll on Psychic? 13 to 15. That would have 2-hit KO'd me anyway, and Ironhead is never knocking him out. So, very good game to that guy. Honestly, not very sad about how we played right there. We nearly managed to bring back the end game, but Choice Scarf Tapu Lele was too much in the end. But I'll be right back with another game. Alright, got another game right here. We'll probably end it off on this one. Hopefully we could win, so that way we can even out the record. But honestly, for a Pokemon that's in the RU tier, I'm very happy with how Necrozma has done this live. We picked up a nice sweep in the first game, and then quite a few kills after that, so that's pretty cool. This guy's running like webs plus a ton of nice Psychic Terrain Core right here. Thankfully we have a Scarf Defogger that's in the air. Let me do it off with this right here and just Power Gem. Just prevent the webs entirely, it looks fine. It's probably Mega Gallade if I had to guess. Am I willing to sack this turn 1? Probably not. This is annoying. It kind of forces my hand right here because I know he's going to Liquidation. Why did that do nothing? Water Bug? Super effective? 55%? I'm missing something. Alright, let me go ahead and bring this out and just knock off. Honestly, I probably should have just let him get webs up because then this thing would have just gone in, but it's fine. Let me just knock off right here. Knock that out. Let's see what his next bring in is. Goes Cortana. I'll bring in Scarf Lando here as he goes right for knock. I'm assuming this is probably SD cart. I'll U-turn. He doesn't have good Earthquake switch-ins, which is probably a good reason to just Earthquake, because Magearna switches into Lottie anyway. Yeah, okay, I'm glad I Earthquaked. So he's actually faster. Just opts to knock me out, which is totally cool. I can just go Bisharp now. And hit him with the Sucker Punch, I think. Knock that out. Cool. Brings out the Gallade here. That's fine. I think Necrozma can win after we get rid of Lottie. This is going to be a really fast last game, if I even want to make that the last game. Kind of mixed on that right now. I'll Sucker Punch. It's fine. I just need you in range of stuff. Oh, what? Okay, we just lost. Unless this takes +2 knockoff and can knock him out. Let me actually Rock Ball this first. He might have Shadow Sneak. He's not going to be Shadow Sneak. Ice Punch is the best way to hit me, okay. Let me Shattered Psyche and see if this is enough. Mega Galite has a really good Spit F. Yeah, that's not enough, but maybe just Magearna alone can win. Let me Shuriken right here. Because there's no reason not to Dark Pulse, right? Yeah. I think we win, assuming he's not Scarf Tapu Lele, which looks like he is. Okay, so now I get to Volt out. Probably on the incoming Volcarona. Would he stay in? Oh, what? Okay, I'm gonna Iron Head here. Knock that out. Brings that Volcarona, makes sense. Let me Volt out here. Bring in this. We probably lose. Unless Specs Shuriken does enough to +1 Volcarona. I mean, it's Specs Ash Greninja, maybe. Just maybe. If we knock this out, then we can win. Nah, that's not enough. If we could hit 5 times, it might have been enough, but I need to hope he goes for like Fire Blast and misses, and then I knock him out with Iron Head. But he has Fiery Dance. Yeah, GG right there. We're going to go ahead and end off the live right there. 2 and 4 live, not very great, but Necrozma definitely did some work in this one. It's unfortunate I couldn't knock out Mega Gallade. Mega Gallade has like base 115 Spit F, right? Something pretty decent. Yeah, base 115. That's really good for a Pokemon that offensive, but the reason Mega Gallade's usage kind of went down is because the moment it came out, Marshadow came out too, and people just strayed away from it. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and end it off right there. Very happy with how Necrozma did, as I said. Unfortunate that our win-loss ratio couldn't be better, but it's alright. I'll go ahead and leave the team down below in the description, in case you guys do want to try it out, of course. And I'll see you next time. Later.